I'll say it was an effect that you were under that yeah, there was an effect that you were under that basically ended that only ended once you actually left the scene. And so Torkoal basically wandered upstairs onto a different map and was making his way back. Um, at the moment, I'll say at the moment you guys have at the moment you guys only have one maid left who is um fairly shaky, and that's that Gardevoir right here. Um, with some quick thinking, a light shield box. Nah, barrier. Barrier was placed around this obscenely talented maid. So even though her dice might have seemed that way, she will be unable to actually break out of this barrier in any sort of time frame to actually get out of it before you guys actually run off. Because even her maximum jump isn't high enough to actually jump over it. So, all right. I guess just let me know when you guys are ready. All right. Top of the round, Jay.
Righty then. Jay is still in the basement with the machine.
Well, J, not Harold J.
JJ. Jay, take a quick look at the map. Uh, the Gardevoir with paralysis, box made. Not seeing normal made.
Normal Maid is right here, right behind you in this box.
Okay, so the one who is still a threat is which one?
This one right in front of you.
Okay.
Kind of wobbly. I'm gonna say pretty wobbly. It's taken some serious damage and is currently suffering from a burn. Actually considering what's going on, um, I'm gonna say at this moment your character is feeling a little woozy. I'm gonna say still capable. I'm gonna say still capable of acting and still capable of doing stuff, but you do feel a bit woozy, as if your mind is trying to drift right now.
Okay. We're gonna tell Doo to attempt to close the distance, and all he has is melee moves. Crap. I guess close the distance and attempt to leer just because that's the only thing. And then I guess Herald as J will attempt. Sure, a rock smash. Uh,
Okay. Swinging that rock smash. I believe. Hold on.
and that might possibly hit.
Possibly. Hold up. Because it is burned and its combat stage is actually lower by 2. Yes, that does hit.
That's a big 16 damage then.
All right. All right. It's damage. And then, okay. Still wobbly. Still wobbly, barely standing. As you bonk it upside the head.
Hey, it works.
Lattice. Human lattice. Similar sensation. You feel as if your body, I'll say, you feel as if your mind is like, you feel like this temporary woozy sensation, as if your mind is trying to leave your body.
Okay. Probably try to head towards his actual body. So in this case, Torkel.
Okay.
It is a bit longer than that. Oh, yeah.
Anything else you're doing besides just moving?
That's about it, because without all his help, he can't really use orders or anything. So,
Okay.
yeah, just
All right. Um, Sienna looking around. Nothing really happened this round for her to do anything, so let's see. All right. Um, really do much at the moment. You do see her clutch her head as she is kind of seems to be experiencing whatever this woozy sensation is as well. Harold. You feel a fairly intense woozy sensation coming over you.
right. Sure.
Um,
It's from Mazingo or from me fucking with the machinery, but
it doesn't seem to affect who you are and what you're doing, but it's kind of like this uncomfortable sensation.
all right. Well, gonna use Igni to burn the next generator. Determined taking out the generators is a good thing, I believe. Does a 17 hit this guy?
Yes, and easily damages it.
16 not enough to take it out.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Harold's overlay, I believe, is 9. Is. So we will start making a mad dash for the other ones. Where clearance, so he doesn't get an opportunity attack. There we go.
All right. Um. Um. Harold, as you destroy this one, so as you destroy that one, the sensation increases as your vision. Because Jay, you are in there. Your vision of this area at Masingno seems as if it starts going farther and farther away, as your vision of this entire area seems to go back out of the room, up the stairs, as you find your vision once again staring back at this Guardivar in front of you.
So I'm me again?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I that conclude my turn?
If that was all you were doing with Harold,
Yeah.
yes, then Dudu.
Take his movement. Of course I can run over first. Only gets me 6 though. Next. Not get him into melee, but that's fine because I just want to use fear. Further debuff the Gardevoir.
Yeah. Um. So, yes, that does work. Combat stage lowered. All right. The Gardevoir. I would not like to. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Christ. Okay. Um. Sorry. As a last ditch, I must say, as a last ditch effort, um, this Guardivar will go over here and will take a struggle swipe at at um Dudu.
Okay, Dudu's evasion. So evasion is 9, i.e. max.
Right. I'll say as this Guardivar swinging towards you, its eyes going blank. Its eyes going blank as it takes its last swing. Wow, actually hit. I don't know what you're worried about. I was like,
What your damage is. I pretty sure it's gonna be crap, but we'll see.
I mean, it's a struggle attack, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be crap. Wow, that's almost to do damage enough to do damage even without the minimum one.
as it blacks out. This one also blacks out because it takes damage at the start of its turn.
Ah, all right.
All right. Luxray will shake its head as it kind of wobbles a little bit. You'll also see, Masa, you also see Sienna shake her head as well. Like, oh, ooh, what's going on?
Body swap machine, Missingo in the basement. All right, wait, do I have to roll education to know what a Missingo is?
Yes. Because technically, I don't believe this world would even have any sort of knowledge of that sort of thing.
Okay.
Okay. You do recognize it as some sort of amalgam, must say, some sort of amalgam Pokemon. If it simultaneously feels real, but I must say, it simultaneously feels real, but you're pretty sure it's an actual Pokemon, but it doesn't feel like it should belong.
Okay.
But the aura that radiates off of it is of legendary levels.
Okay, so body swap machine and evil Lovecraftian fart cloud Pokemon in the basement.
She's gonna be like, I don't understand much of what you just said, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna look awesome on camera.
Assuming it can be captured on film, yes. I think it's
It better be.
we encountered a while back in the side.
Ooh. She's gonna be like, is this the time for you all to be heroes?
Or something.
She's like, so you guys are gonna be heroes now?
I think so, maybe.
Awesome. Torkoal in the attic. I'll say in the attic. In the attic. Suddenly, you are wondering why you are a Torkoal in the attic. Lattice. You, having been in the attic, suddenly are now staring at the attic steps.
Okay, so we flipped.
The body swap machine
Yeah.
is damaged enough that it's no longer body swapping. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
You missed that during your power nap.
Yeah. Well, I now have a new respect for quadrupeds. Not that I didn't respect.
She's not a quadruped.
Yeah, but you can be.
Well, I mean, she can be, but those are clearly hands. They're clearly designed to walk upright.
Are they hands or are they just nubs?
What, apes, I think, they're semi-quadrupedal when they want to go quickly, semi-upright.
True. And I guess also maybe Pikachu's hand
Yeah.
done handsy stuff before.
Semi-upright, nearly aquatic mammal. All of the platypus.
Hey. With that, we'll kind of shaking my head, getting my bearings, again, making that comment.
Torkoal is back to being Torkoal. You are back to being you.
So is everyone accounted for?
Aside from Harold, who's still in the basement. because that's where the baddie is.
Okay. Then since Harold was down there, anything we need to do to prepare?
Well, as I just told Sienna, giant, evil, Lovecraftian Pokemon fart cloud tied to that meteor. Apparently was possessing the CEO. It's now all the I will eat you. I will destroy you all in the name of harmony.
Sound like a job for Metronome.
There will be no pain when there is no people to feel pain. I'm a JRPG villain.
Oh, this is the, as you said, in a Pokemon guy, Pokemon can feel head emotion. I guess you need to beat that into him.
Yep.
Okay, in that case, I would like to remind you about, in case you have forgotten, there was a pack we got a while back that I believe had X guards. I'll use those. Also, which is Harold's favorite treat.
Harold's favorite treat. Likes spicy, hates.
Okay, and Harold, given this, what I believe his actual moveset is largely physical.
Yes.
Okay, in which case I will.
And I remind you, he is still in the basement.
Yeah, which is why I'm going to be tossing Jay a spicy wrap,
Okay.
because I have not not a ton, but a good amount of the snacks.
Supposed to be some.
It is supposed to be something, but because it's coming through Reddit, of course, it never works.
I'll make sure that Alma gets a dry wafer so she can consume it to have a digestion buff standing by. There we go. Guard specs. Okay, yeah, the guard specs are those. There's also, I don't know whether we all got it. There's also the royal honey. May need it if the scientist guy is too powerful. Yeah. Unless there's anything that you can do ahead at a time, Jay. Let's go and reinforce Harold.
All right.
Mm. Oh, let's see. There we go. All right. Alma.
Oh,
Mr. Mime Kefka Infinite Fusion.
okay.
What truly should have been our final boss.
As long as he doesn't need to move the statue an inch.
Bill says it's Alma's turn.
Yeah. What is I'm gonna say? Is Alma like waiting around? Is Alma going on ahead?
Uh, okay. Given the situation, I wasn't sure if.
I'm still in combat downstairs, so I think we're still in
Okay,
combat time.
gotcha. And there is a gap along here. Yes.
That's it. You can go through the hall. The only way to get down there seems to be to go through the holodeck, or at least that's the only route I discovered so far.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the stairwell. That you
No,
looked
it's this stairwell down here. Bit of a hike. I recommend dashing. Sadly, dashing is only 50%, but
Speaking of all fours, almost dash is huge.
Okay.
Hold on. I believe thanks to training and stuff, has an overland of 9.
Say at the end of the round. I'll say at the end of the round, this entity, who I conveniently forgot to add to the turn order, will look toward looking toward Score Bunny with a laugh. You believe that destroying this machine will save you. All I need is to defeat you and your friends. I will rebuild it. This human shall rebuild it for me. And this world will belong to me. You must say, as warped as its body is, you will see this distortion radiate out from his body, encompassing the entire the entire room. You feel this intense pressure come down on your body, as you also notice these Pokemon in the back also succumb to this sensation. Your body feels heavier. Your body feels heavier, although it doesn't seem to I must say it seems to be limiting your ability to be able to jump around. For the next 5 rounds, any Pokemon with the I'll say, let's see, any Pokemon with I'll say Pokemon with the levitate ability can no longer levitate. Um, Pokemon who are able to jump. I'll say Pokemon who are able to fly or jump. Their altitude is limited to 1 meter.
Hmm.
Alrighty then. Ryatsu gravity shenanigans.
Yeah. Any moves that involve the user being airborne cannot be used. I'll say Pokemon that use sky or levitate capabilities cannot exceed higher than 1 meter. Pokemon that levitate are considered on the ground. Any flying type Pokemon can now be affected by ground type moves.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Okay.
Like a proper Final Fantasy villain, is increase the gravity of the area.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to have him go at 0 again because if I put in his actual initiative, he will be moving first.
But has the true power of the hybrid form has human initiative and will always out initiative Pokemon. That is
Well, he'll have the first Pokemon initiative. I'll say currently he is a Pokemon with human level intelligence. Or higher than human level intelligence, at least from what you could gather. All right. Jay.
Right. Turn doo-doo. And run like crazy. That's my dash.
Yeah. Lattice.
and this is my dash. And I'm gonna return, by the way, I guess I need to back up some to make up the spaces. I will return Torkoal, just so
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Right. Sienna will hop on Luxray. Those Luxray moves are far faster than her. Harold. Now back to being just Harold.
Yep.
Score money, score.
Um, Harold, this entity staring you down, towering over top of you. This intense pressure of gravity that has filled the area. These two Pokemon behind you, who seem distraught and weakened simply by its presence. You are all that currently you are all that stands between this thing and potentially world domination. What will you do?
Well, he doesn't know about the machines because we were separated. So I guess being the knight that he is, he will focus on the big guy. gonna take a shot in the dark, just looking at it, that it doesn't necessarily know about typing, but he can look at it and go, okay, this is probably a dark or a ghosty type varmint, so psychic attacks are probably not going to be very effective. Uh, so he's going to start with a light screen.
Oh, good plan, good plan.
And takes a minute just to get some better positioning. And that's his turn.
All right. This one Gardevoir will head forward, and as sluggish as it can move, both of them will make their way up. You will be able to hear psychically them asking, I'll say, them demanding that this creature give their master back. They will both, I'll say, they will both use, I'll say, they will both channel 2 powerful psychic attacks towards this creature. As they, I'll say, as those psychic waves go towards it, they will seem to slam into some sort of field in front of it before spiraling, I'll say, before spiraling and being absorbed into the void within his chest. They seem shocked and confused. Obviously not as well trained as you when it comes to, types.
That comes with experience.
Case. Luxray is going to dash. Put them right there. As Luxray seems to be leaving bolts of electricity by as it runs. Back to the Future style. Let's see. All right. Torkoal has been recalled. All right. Sinnoh.
I go, then you go, then I. All right, let me. It's going to sound silly, but let me import a Sinnoh's 3 sheets. Yeah.
Huh, all right. Harold, pick a number between 1 and 3.
3. All right. Well, he's got max evasion, so
All right. You will hear a clicking dial-up modem noise coming from it. Um, as one of the eyes inside of its skull looks towards you. Um, which one is lower, your defense or special defense stat?
I think they're the same, but and his sheet. Yep, they're both 20.
They're both 20? Okay. Okay. Let's see. 1d5. Okay. Okay. You will see. I'm gonna say you will see a aura build around. I'm gonna say aura build around. Like this intense aura build around the black flames that are coming off of him. I'll say as it seems his attack prowess has gone up. Let's see. Um, it is going to take one of his tendrils and stab it into the ground right here. Oh, actually, no, you are the target. So, he's going to take his tendril, stab it into the ground right here, as it's going to attempt to hit you. Yep, you said maximum evasion.
Yep.
As it sends out this pulse, tearing apart the wooden planks, as you are able to leap into the air before these jutting pillars of rock shoot out of the wooden floorboards.
All right.
Actually, put in his actual ability. One second. All right. Alma has a dash. Also has the ability to continue dashing. Alma might actually be able to reach downstairs.
Oh, almost.
Okay. Almost there. Okay. Okay, so it didn't.
Got halfway down the stairs.
If you can make it to I'm gonna say if you can make it to the stairwell, we'll consider you downstairs.
Awesome. I'm just on the stairwell.
All right. Case.
Turn, but I can handle it.
There we go. Lattice.
Uh, There we go. That is as far as I can go. I will ring. I need to hit the bathroom myself. Quick. That is my move.
Right. Right. Sienna is going to he's going to do a thing to see about to do a thing to temporarily give him a boost to his overland. So when his turn rolls around, he can do something. Sinnoh. Still only 3 targets. Apparently, Harold is the only target. This bolt. This beam of energy with spiraling patterns comes off of him as it heads towards Harold.
Okay.
As Harold dodges out of the way of it.
Huzzah!
Oh, wait, I forgot. Hold up. Da-da-da-da-da. That doesn't seem right. That is not right. Okay, sorry. Okay, there we go. You are just outside of his range, I believe. All right. There is an oppressive aura that seems to be surrounding this thing. Getting too close seems like it might be problematic.
Keep our distance. Got it.
What will Harold do?
We'll start with Igni/Flamethrower.
Hmm?
I'm gonna do a flamethrower.
Yeah. Yeah. Flamethrower will hit. Okay. Okay. Cool. The flamethrower hits seems to do significant damage. But only a part of his body seems to react to the damage that was done.
So it's a multi-segmented boss, and one of those segments is weak fire.
Well, it doesn't seem weak, but it seems like it did damage.
Okay, normal effectiveness. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But part of him did seem to be less affected.
Yes. All right. Going to continue forward. This is this one. They get close to the field before you see them shudder. They will attempt. They will attempt Moonbeam.
Ooh.
This one is going to attempt. All right, so this one's going to attempt Moonbeam. This one is going to attempt. This one's going to shake its head and run headfirst in. Let's see. The moonbeam will shine down, but before the light can touch it, it will get absorbed into the darkness. This one will attempt X scissor. It will miss, although you can see that it seems to be getting conflicted in its it attempted to hit, missed. You can tell that it seems to be severely terrified. Jay, you can see what's going on. I will give you a free roll to try to figure out what is going on with.
What am I rolling?
Pokemon education.
Education. Go. I will spend
Okay.
to make that a 20.
That's good. I'll say you don't need to. All right. Being in that field seems to be causing adverse effects to it. From what you can tell, based on how it's trembling and based on how flimsy its moves seem to be, it is not only under the effects of pressure, it also appears to have gone vulnerable.
Alrighty then.
You can see that the aura, I'll say that field that is giving off, it's like you said, pretty much a Ryatsu aura. It is a suppression field. That you are aware is usually associated with legendaries.
Know what that kind of? If I know what that field is, do I remember how you're supposed to break them?
You don't. It's an active ability.
Okay, it's not those barrier things that legendaries are supposed to have, where you can break them with a crit or something.
No, it's just an ability.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's pulling gods here.
Let's see. Lux Ray. To dash. Get down there. Alma can also get down there.
Oh yeah.
So go ahead and drop them all.
Then you have to re-add us all to the initiative because we're not on the initiative for this page.
Yep. Let's see. Oh. Harold on the initiative for this page? Okay.
None of our Pokemon are.
Gotcha. All right. What the hell?
Almost shouldering as her pre-evolved form. There we go. Be corrected.
Like what the hell?
Suppression field.
Yep, that's it. Totally, that's it.
I was like, the fuck's going on? Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Let's see. The hell? Uh, oh. And if I'm looking at the other map, Lattice should be there probably by the next round. Okay. Lattice, you get a +1 to your overland movement. Do Sienna cheering you on?
Yay!
Jay, you are finally here. You you see Harold nimbly avoiding these attacks.
All right. I'm going to attempt to use Pokemaniac. Get an idea what the hell we're dealing with.
Yeah.
That's a 21 out of 10. That should
Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. Um. You determine that this. I'll say. You are able to determine that this Pokemon is currently. I'll say the types that it. I'll say the types that it currently is. Um. It is currently normal, ghost, psychic, dark, steel, and flying.
that is a lot of types.
Oh,
From what you can tell,
Psychic, heal, and flying.
yes. From what you can tell, it seems as if it is. I'm gonna say, from what you can tell, part of it is sizzling from what appears to be a flamethrower, and from what you can see, it appears to. I'm gonna say that area that is on fire. You can see water starting to form right there, so you can almost like tell that it seems to be trying to gain another type as well. Um, target's level. I'm about to say target's level with an aura this powerful. You are getting the impression this thing at least I'm gonna say is more than like I'm gonna say this would be your first time ever seeing what would be classified as a level 100.
fun.
Um, its nature is impish.
All right.
Its abilities. Um, its abilities are multi-type, regenerator, adaptability, pressure, download, teleporter, type aura dark, and soul stealer.
Liking that.
Right. So now you know ish what it is.
Ish, yeah, big ish.
Seems to be, I'll say, at least from what you can tell and put together, seems to be a ever evolving Pokemon. You would say that based on what you see that it's doing, a twisted, almost like some sort of a twisted version of Mew. Not I'll say not Mew, but it seems to be able to mimic all types and all abilities, but seems to have the ability to shuffle and switch between any abilities and abilities and types as it sees fit.
Keep things interesting, that's for sure.
Anything else you are doing?
No, that's the extent of what I can do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take a movement to get closer, but
Deanna's also gonna run over here and hide and ready her camera.
on my telekinetic.
I believe 6.
8 meters away. In my case. Cool. So I will use telekinetic to reclaim my sword from Harold.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
All right. As Lattice is making his way, does Mouse say, do you have enough movement to get you there?
Just.
Nice.
I
Lattice has joined the battle.
am a sprinter. Uh,
Add to turn order.
what?
You can go ahead and put in your initiative.
Your description didn't do it justice.
I told you.
Hmm?
He's like, your description didn't do it justice. Like, I told you.
Uh, I think I just came up with an alternate idea. Catch it.
You're welcome to try.
Master Ball. I don't have Master Ball.
All right. Anything you are doing, or can you do anything after dashing?
Oh, that's my action. So no.
Yeah. All right. Target rich environment. Actually, no. Seems to be more interested in taking on a Pokemon than anything else. So
Yeah, it comes in handy. You target? Yes.
if it rolls 3 for a third time. Nope. Right. Okay. Oof. Okay. Miss Sinnoh will reach out. I'll say Miss Sing. Actually, no. This one right here. Miss Sinnoh, one of his tendrils will grab a hold. I'll say will reach out, grab a hold of this. I'll say grab a hold of this Pokemon and will hoist it up in the air as its arm starts spinning around so fast that it becomes a blur before slamming it into the ground. You will you will see the ground almost implode under the effect. This Pokemon goes down. As you see it smash it into the ground with seismic toss. It will look around to everyone One down. Harold.
Right. Check my type chart. Pick. Oh, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. Okay. We're going to attempt hard via the psychic attack. Hey, lower defense combat stages. And just for effect, use the 1 meter shove to slam him against the container with the material in it.
Right. So you are using psychic on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Masay, you attempt to use psychic on it? Okay. The psychic hits. It does not seem as if it's doing the maximum amount of damage that you would hope that it does.
Yeah, I know it's resistant, but I still should get the shove to slam him into the container.
Okay. 1 meter in any direction. Back here?
Yep, 1 meter back. Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. Slams into Masay slams into the wall. Masay slams into this container back here. Let's see. So and then have all right. All right. You grow annoying, little one. Do not resist. Alma,
Hey, we'll run up. You don't know what you're typing. You don't know how this is going to show. Range. Or shoot a ball.
All right, Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball will connect. I'll say this will connect and hit, but similar to the psychic attack, does not seem to do the amount of damage that you would have hoped.
Okay.
All right. Gardevoir will come pick up its friend. Will attempt to start running back. Seems to be fairly afeared of this thing. All right. I was about to say anyone want to refoot, but that's not possible. All right.
I say not how that works in this.
Yeah. It's Jay, top of the round.
Yeah. We are running. All allies are on the field at this point.
The pressure starts to overwhelm you.
Do pop battle synchronization. And Spirit Boost, that's the other one. Spirit Boost. Battle synchronization is the rolling +1. Standard action, movement. And then I'll stop my usual buff orders onto Herald. And that's my turn. Yes, I'm aware that the aura is overwhelming.
Okay. All right. As you are within this aura, you can feel almost as if its aura is trying to assimilate into yours. Lattice.
Okay. Order Alma to our chosen touch. Focus and inspiration order. And that's why I can't use the item. Will forward. Gonna Alma to close in and use charge beam. That's been a nice go-to.
Yeah. Diana, having held her action, takes a takes a picture of the seismic toss.
Seismic boss.
I'm about to say, that I'm about to say, you now have, assuming that you didn't have maxed out stats against it, you gain a +2 to evade, +2 to your AC against it if it attempts to use seismic toss again. Okay. Okay. All right. She is going to, standing from the back, she is going to cheer you guys on. You have, everyone on the field gains +1 combat stage to a stat of your choosing.
Woo!
And as a free action, you can increase a combat stage of any of your stats that are currently at or below their default value.
Okay, nice.
So for you and your Pokemon, pick any stat that you have, increase it by 1. And on your turn, you can use a free action to increase any stat that's at 0 or less by +1.
Okay, so one more time.
All right. So all allies on the field gain +1 combat stage of the stat of your choosing.
Okay.
After that, when your turn rolls around, you can use a free action to increase a combat stage that is below. That is at 0 or below by 1 combat stage. So any combat stage that is at default 0 or negative, you can increase it by +1. See, that's her. Oh, okay, never mind. So never mind. This is also, so she can also do this as a free action. Okay. She's going to use excited as well. So all allies on the field gain +5 damage reduction on the next attack you get hit with. Man, cheerleader's broken. It's a hell of a bard skill. Basically, once you get expert levels of charm, then yeah, you can pretty much just buff everyone. And you can do it as free actions. Holy shit. Oh, okay. That's all she can do. I mean, not probably did enough. Um, all right. Let's see. A dick move. Not going to do that yet. There's other things he can do. All right. Um, one, two targets. Um, Lattice, one or two.
2.
Um, I'll say similar to the Deathly Hollows. It will turn into this black cloak-looking thing and come flying over towards Alma.
No, no, no.
Okay. All right. As I must say, as its long arms take the form of dragon wing as it spirals towards spirals towards Alma. Max evasion is 9, I believe.
Yes.
All right. So that's a d20, 15 minus 4 minus 9, so it still hits. Of course, the only thing, of course, Mrs. Harold, like all hell, finally reaches, David, and it's like, oh no, we connect him with this shit. Huh. Okay. All right. Save. And sorry. Da, 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 da.
Ooh, okay, good. I will need to remember. That was his turn again. Okay. Provided Alma doesn't get assimilated.
Doubt it. All right.
Uh, what's the typing on the name?
Dragon.
Okay. Okay, damage roll. Physical.
Physical, yes. Um, as Alma is knocked back into this desk.
Oof.
And Jay is pushed back 1. Doesn't take damage, but he is shoved out of the way as he blows by.
Rejuvenation stuff is on, as far as I recall, when Harold hits it.
Anybody who first person to hit gets a +1 to everyone else. Yeah.
Harold.
Anybody's hit yet?
No, that was his. He was the first to go. So it's his turn, then all your turns.
Yep. Fire did okay. Psychic was meh. Try a big one.
Unlimited bunny works.
Maximum evasion is 9, so it just hits.
Aha!
All right.
So
All right. Harold connects. Harold connects with this attack, hitting it as you hear a clanging noise as it slams into its back, causing damage, but not as much damage as you would have hoped. I'll say seemingly hitting this skeletal structure on its back, making a metallic clanging noise.
Oh, we tried.
It does do damage. Seems to be just about as effective as psychic, and seems to be about as effective as psychic and ghosts were.
That tracks.
So far, I must say, so far,
Beginning of the round. It resets on my turn.
I must say, but you did hit.
+1.
I must say, but yeah, you still hit.
sometimes after you go.
All right, let's see. Let's see, was it? So that damage us physical. Okay. All right. We are doing damage. Alma.
Hey.
I'll say Harold is now feeling the oppressive force of this this creature.
Okay, does that modify my rules?
No, you're fine. You're not in the aura.
Cool.
Did Harold use his free action to be motivated and increase combat stage?
Yes.
Okay. Alma, you also have a free action that you can use to increase a combat stage past 0.
Yep. Done.
Okay. And feel free to go ahead.
He picks himself up. Make sure her book is still on her and not discarded somewhere, and focuses on this guy. Yeah. Woo!
Okay, that hits.
And
All right.
the D20 rolled a 9, which is higher than 7. Special attack is
Uh,
also increased.
all right. You connect. Let me see. Let me see. All right. This seems to do normal This seems to actually do normal damage to it.
Cool.
Although it doesn't seem like it did a lot of damage, it doesn't seem like it actively resisted it.
Gotcha. Yeah. I was like, plan, huh? Cool.
All right.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
I'll say. All right. They're going to take them and continue running. All right. And that is it for their turn. Jay, top of the round.
Evil spirits, be gone!
Okay. You connect. As for the first time upon hitting it, as I'll say, as you run into this aura, carving through the darkness with your sword, slashing into it, it is the first time you hear it. It's the first time you see it howl in pain upon getting hit. The moment that this carves into it, you will see its skull-like head completely twist around in a 180 and look directly at you. So you are who I must deal with first.
Apparently. Bring it on, big man.
All right, Lattice.
Okay. I will hold. The order, and I will use my um. I will up those, re-up those, but I will um use my swift action to um use duelist on the Sinnoh creature. Thereby thereby tagging him as the focus for Olma. I can give her
Okay.
momentum if you recall what momentum is.
Yeah, minimum.
Okay. I will also do you hear what the X potions do?
The ones that heal you to max.
Well, like X special, for instance. I think they're dealing with
Oh, they I remember they give status buffs.
yeah.
Increases combat stage by 2.
Okay. I will use an action to administer a X special potion on to Alma. There you go, Alma. Power up. Keep zapping him. Wait, hold on. What did you hit him with that seemed to actually cause?
Fire did okay. He's been resistant to flying and psychic.
And dark.
Made him howl though. Or is that just the amount of damage?
I think that was just the amount of damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but, okay, keep zapping him. That way, she might be able to maximize her damage output, so that I can shift this into.
All right. Sienna is going to almost closest. Sienna is going to tag Alma for this round with Mold Breaker. Alma gets to, I'm gonna say Alma's attack gets whatever Alma rolls gets to ignore its defense for 1 round.
Ooh. Which I don't choose going to do that.
Hmm?
Which I don't choose going to do that because charge attack is a special attack.
Normally I do not have her using her special abilities because I'm like, you guys technically haven't needed it. So
But this is the big bad and all, so
Okay.
I'll say she will also, because she can use it as a free action, is going to make everyone motivated again. So on your turn, you can use your free action to increase any combat stage beyond 0.
Does the previously enhanced stage drop back to what it was?
Nope, they stack.
Oh shit, okay.
Pretty much you can use it as many times as you guys have combat stages that are at 0.
Cool, gotcha.
Once everyone's combat stage is at least 1, she can't do it. I'll say she can't do it anymore, but she can do it again if your combat stage is lower. But pretty much this ability allows her to bring anyone up to. Hold on a sec. All right. Oh, and she can also do this. Man, this is fun. Okay. You and Jay gain an extra action point
Ah, okay.
Apparently, she can give you an action point every round as a standard action.
That's nice. It's only slightly useful, but that is nice.
Well, if you have things that cost you action points, then she can just keep refilling it every single time.
Fair, fair. In my case, I have some action points that are drained, so they can't be restored. They're locked out. But yeah, for other things, for other things, is great.
Yeah. All right, that's and she has recorded Dragon Rush. Sinnoh. Significantly pissed at you.
How dare you do actual damage? Fuck you.
Um. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, okay. It is going to raise its tendrils in the air, slamming them down into the ground. You guys can go ahead and tell me if I'll say this is going to hit Lattice. I'll say it's going to hit pretty much everyone. I'll say all of you except for Alma. So pretty much all of you within the aura. As it slams its hands down into the, as it slams its tendrils down into the ground. Never mind. Oh, it automatically misses, but it does smite. So it hits even when it misses.
Just less effective.
Yep. Let's see. So that becomes 33 damage to the three of you.
Special or physical?
That's a good question. 1 second. Special.
Okay. 28.
33.
33 to which three?
Lattice, Jay, and Harold.
3 special. Kind of spend some. Yeah. 33. To Herald. Okay, that's not too bad. I don't need to spend any barrier for that. Alright.
Alright, let's see. What else can it do? Alright. It is going to look at Lattice. Is your defensive stat or your special stat? I'll say which is lower, your defense or special defense?
Over stats
Yeah.
or special defense?
All right. Okay. You will see its. I'm gonna say. Its eye glares at you as you can almost see it peering into the essence of who you are. Before, I'm gonna say, before it will actively say, not knowledge knowledge of Latus Ouroboros the knife downloaded.
Oh, my entire name. That's a lot of information. You want 1 through 8?
Not I'm gonna say it will say fighting I'm gonna say fighting prowess of your lineage has been calculated.
Oh man, I guess I'm just a number. Well, at least I'm a big number.
Proceeding to exploit weakness.
What?
Harold.
Right.
I'm gonna say currently still pressured, so all of your attacks. I'm gonna say all of your attacks are down 1.
So EOT becomes seen.
At will becomes EOT until you can back out of the field.
Movement. And try to kill it with fire. Ooh, burn!
Woo!
All right.
This is immune to burn.
Nope. It will take. I'll say it will get hit with the fire damage. As it will take the burn damage. And will be burned.
That'll make things easier.
Okay. It will I'll say you will see it on fire as it will look towards you. You are only delaying the inevitable.
Fine by me.
Only the gets delayed.
See, yeah, Alma.
Oh. Oh. As directed, will continue. Charge beam.
Get your bonus.
All right, that will hit. All right.
Momentum goes to 1. Alma will also this thing right here. Is there a
Yes.
between the floor and it?
Yes.
Actually,
There's enough to where your Pokemon could crawl underneath it. You guys would have to kind of squeeze a bit, but your Pokemon are small enough to where they could, like, without effort, crawl underneath it.
okay.
Think about it as being like about the height of like a bed off of the floor. And considering that your Pokemon are maybe like 2 feet tall, maybe.
Yep. See that
Yeah.
over there? Omaha over is going to go over here.
Okay. All right. Getting hit with that. Definitely does not like that.
Ooh.
All right.
It's now maximized.
All right. Three, four, five. Okay. So it was, yeah. I'll say this Gardevoir is going to cast Light Screen around itself. All right, top of the round, Jay.
Right. Wailing on him with the. Oh, that's pressed. So can't wail on him.
You can always back up.
Melee attack. It doesn't.
I mean, you have your new thing.
I have my new thing, but I was trying. Attacking his level seems to be the most effective since I'm trying to purge the darkness versus kill him. But that's an at will, so that became an EOT. Attempt. Yeah, we'll attempt. A Spectrum Slash.
Yeah.
It counts as those 3 elements.
All right. Let's see. Um. Um. Let's see. Do you have anything that you can use to modify that?
I think I can spend an AP to make it a +1 to hit.
I must say, because you just barely miss.
I will spend the AP for the +1.
All right. That will connect. Select 3 data. All right. All right. Okay. The fighting and bug seems to do normal damage. The fairy seems to be dulled, but still does damage. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. Seems to be getting angrier. Lattice.
Hey. This is going to feel strange. Taking a few steps back. Ordering the Pokemon attack isn't.
No, ordering the attack is not an action. That's just something you.
Okay, I will maintain almost current order in terms of move. Let's see if the might of your mind can penetrate hit its effectiveness. Use psychic self, seeing that this creature is actually attacking us, and it looks like Jay is legitimately attacking it.
Jay seems to be attacking it with his special weapon.
Okay. Well then,
Which it clearly does not seem to like.
let's see if something more mundane has an effect. Go, Hunter Bow!
Okay, that hits. Okay. You will. I'm gonna say your arrow hits, and you will hear it clang against the sound of steel. I'm gonna say it hits, does damage, not as much damage as you like, but definitely did something.
Well, if the ting is coming from damage reduction,
No, it's just coming from soak.
gotcha.
Yeah, he does. I'm gonna say he only had. Does he even have damage reduction? Hold on.
There's some more damage that happens.
No, he has damage reduction against dark type attacks. Specifically against dark type attacks.
Okay, I don't know how you want to roll this thing because it just says against targets with damage reduction.
That sounds like the damage reduction is not applying to you because you're not using a dark bow, which probably wouldn't.
I don't know.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Um,
Just mean damage reduction at all, but
Yeah, you're right.
against targets with damage reduction. You know what? Fuck it. I'll take it. All right. I'm gonna say I'll chalk this up to bad wording. All right. So what would have been minimum 1 now is 11.
oh shit, nice.
All right. Sienna. See, that's page 93. Okay. She is going to use an ability. Let's see, because since Jay is up there. 1 second. All right. She's going to ask you. She's going to yell out to Jay. Do you need? I was like, do you need someone? It was like, do you need help guarding your back? Since you seem to be up in the thick of it.
I'd never turn down the extra set of eyes. Sure.
Okay. She will say, I promise to pay you back. Harold. Harold, you learn an ability on the fly. What is that? Right.
That's what it's called, or are you typing it out? Yep, there you go.
Harold has learned Friend Guard.
Is it permanent or temporary?
Permanent. I'll say Harold loses 2 tutor points. If Harold is near you, if Harold is near you or you are near Harold, the damage is resisted 1 step further.
He has exactly 2 tutor points.
All right. So if you are near each other, as long as you are near each other, both of you resist damage.
Okay.
Which I assume could be useful.
Yep, that sounds useful.
All right. That was her standard action. Let's see what she can do as a free action. Fuck cheerleader is insane. Okay, hold up. Should have been a cheerleader in Matt's game. Would have pissed him right the fuck off. It's like, how are you?
Trainer did just fine, but yeah, cheerleader, ace trainer, just a 1-2 combo will fuck you.
Oh, see, the fun thing is, this is my favorite part. Moment of action. I can give myself a temporary action point, and then I can use that action point to use my other thing that requires action points. So all I need to do is use my standard action to give myself an action point, and then use that temporary action point in order to utilize my other skill that requires action points. So I can just keep spamming the exact same bonuses and buffs to everyone constantly. So hold up. So yeah, each target gains everybody. I'll say up to 2 allied trainers gain temporary action points. Gleeful interference. Your Pokemon with the Friend Guard ability hits a foe with a damaging attack. The triggering foe gains a 2 penalty to accuracy for 1 full round. Free action. Free action. Recovered use of moment of action. I'm pretty sure this is worded incredibly poorly, but from the sounds of it, my turn never ends. I use a standard action. I use that standard action to give myself an AP to use my free action to force someone to take a 2 penalty to accuracy for 1 round. I'm about to say, and I use my free action to renew moment of action. I use my moment of action to force the person to suffer a 2 penalty to accuracy. I use my and just keep cycling through. Oh my god! Oh man! Okay, this is my next feature. It's cheerleader. All I need to do is just keep cycling this, and if I keep cycling this, then effectively they'd be at a -20 penalty to hit, and then I can be like, that's my turn.
I mean, it wouldn't do anything with Future Sight that and Swift, but
That is ridiculous.
Granted, no, it doesn't. But oh wait, never mind. Oh wait, see, never mind. I could just keep giving myself feats of excited. Interference, and use that to use my free action to use excited, which would turn my damaging attack to give me 5 damage reduction against that attack, and then just keep cycling that too. Or I can give you oh wow, you can make save checks. I can give you you can make a save check up to 8 times in a row. There aren't that many times you actually make save checks in this game, but
usually against status moves.
Yeah, so you can make save checks up to 8 times per round. That is insane. It's like, oh, am I frozen? I don't know. Roll again. Didn't work. Roll again. Didn't work. Roll again. Didn't work. Roll again. Okay.
Be a word missing.
So it's just kind of a mixture of some of these. I'll say. No, it's. Let's see. Now this class doesn't exactly have much benefits in protecting itself. It definitely is a stand in the back and keep me alive class.
Yeah.
Which automatically makes you. Yeah, automatically makes you the target. But fucking hell, is this broken? Oh, all allies on the field gain temporary hit points equal to your charm rank and become excited. Then I can use excited to re-trigger go fight win and give everybody else more temporary hit points. Okay, that's fucking ridiculous. Okay, yeah, I'm done. All right. If there's another Pokemon game I get to play, I'm gonna be a cheerleader. A cheerleader whose primary Pokemon is what was it, Buizel? Buizel with the fucking infinite speed glitch.
Oh yes.
Infinite speed glitch with infinite cheerleading. Matt'll never see it coming. What can it do? What can it do? Oh yeah, this is what it was gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tristan, David, I need you to pick me two numbers between 1 and 6.
1, 4.
And
Oh, wow. 3.
4 and 3, and David
1 and 5.
Okay. I'm about to say I need you to assign each of those each number that you pick to either you or your Pokemon.
Um,
I mean, do you have it? I'm about to say, do you have it in mind?
yeah, one for Alma, 5 for Lattice.
All right. Interesting. You got a number in mind?
Yep.
All right. Who's for?
That'd be me.
Okay. The burnt. I'm about to say this creature will turn around, looking at you. You'll it will say, "You will do." The flames that I'm about to say the flames that are burning it will jump off of him and land on you. You are now burned.
Just randomly burned. Okay.
It is the ability. The user is cured of a status ailment, and the target of the attack is given the status ailment. It cannot miss. Can only be used if the user has a status ailment and the target does not have a status ailment. So it has a status ailment. It can transfer it to a target.
Okay.
And that is its action. So yeah, that's all it can do. All right, Harold.
Did fire last time. You know what? Just for laughs.
Okay. That will hit. All right. Yeah. I'll say, its glitchiness becomes even more glitchy. Alma.
Alma focuses her mind.
Okay. That attack hits. Seems to be blunted, but does do some damage. Where do you want them to be shoved to?
Into this tank,
All right.
or
All right.
whatever, right here.
Okay. Okay. Roll me. I'll say, roll me. Roll me your focus as damage.
Interesting.
Okay.
That could have been higher.
Harold. Let's see. Okay. Harold. If you want to make me a. If Harold can make me either acrobatics. I'll say acrobatics roll. Assuming it has it.
It's got acrobatics, yeah.
Okay.
You phrased that as an or, so I was waiting for the other.
Yeah, I was debating. I was like, athletics. I'll say or combat, either or. Okay. Harold is able to roll out of the way as throwing this creature into this device causes a explosion. This entity seems to have bits of shrapnel sticking out of it, as this machine right here is severely damaged. Your paltry tricks mean nothing.
And yet they seem to be working.
All right. Still guarding. I'm gonna say still guarding. Jay.
All right. Attack seems to be the one being most effective, so well, it had to happen eventually.
The darkness. I'm gonna say as you head in with your sword, it senses your presence coming as it emits this overwhelming dark aura. Engulfing the light of your blade that seems to fizzle out momentarily as you head in towards him. So as you're about to strike with the blade, its aura pulses out in a strong burst that fizzles out your blade before it can connect.
Okay.
Anything else you're doing?
He ran out of buffs. No, that's it.
Okay. Lattice.
Okay. It will. Keep keep the training orders from before, but I will
The effects of gravity have worn off, by the way.
Huzzah!
do absolutely nothing to it, which is the code from before for use future sight. Um, in in the meantime, sure, let's see what this will do. Or move up to it. As I'm moving up to it, I will jump um to pull a original Dragon Ball Wolfang Fist.
They're gonna kick it.
I'm gonna use Rock Smash, but it's gonna be able to kick. Let's see what
Okay.
it does. Sorry, I clicked special. I meant physical. There we go.
All right. So the 14 connects.
Okay.
All right. 22 damage. You connect. There is a there is a bit of a wispiness as your foot does connect. As you do minimal damage.
Okay. I will land performing a backflip and then a running deep back to over here because I have the movement for it. I just wanted to see how that would go. And while I obviously can't do it, I will knock another arrow.
Okay.
That'll be it for me.
All right. Sienna is going to grant everyone a 5 damage resistance. Its head will curl back over to it's going to look over at Alma. You will see its mouth open as the darkness surrounding it begins to form in its mouth.
That's probably not good.
Who knows?
Even though it seems to be engulfed in darkness, you see this yellow and red light begin to form in its mouth, but engulfed with darkness as well. As it fires out a hyper beam at Alma.
Oh no!
Alma manages to dodge out of the way, but the explosion of the attack, I'll say the explosive force of the attack, sends her careening.
Careful, okay, there's something stabby behind her. That's another tank. Oh no, it's another tank.
Let's see. Yep, I'll say a miss, so just a smite. All right. I say just smite, but okay. So
Wait, is that the damage done or?
that's wait, so hold on. 56 damage. No, I'm gonna say sorry, 60 damage.
Do I get to apply resistance?
Yeah, you get to apply
Yeah.
Okay.
soak and resistance, and there is a light screen in play still if you want to, that.
Okay, and it's normal type.
Yeah, hyper beam's normal.
Normal special.
Like normal special.
I mean, it's a special type attack, but it's normal damage.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do stuff. It's cool.
All right. Jay, you are standing right next to him. You seem to notice a very unsettling fact about what you just saw. It did hyperbeam. It does not seem exhausted.
Okay, so it can potentially spam that. Great.
I mean, it still has the limits on it, but it does not seem to be suffering from the exhaustion thing where it has to recover the next round.
So it might have EOT or whatever.
It's got the cooldown, but it doesn't have the lose your turn problem.
Yeah. So it still has the same number of time. Yeah, still has this. Oh shit, that's right. Sorry, that might not even happen. One moment.
Yeah. Let's see if we have to play the Phantom Stone sound effect and just rewind the damage.
Let's see. Let me pull up the confusion chart because we always do confusion and we can never remember what the fuck it does.
Roll a d at the beginning of the turn. Accused target must make a save check on a d20. Roll a d20, and then something happens based on what they roll.
All right. Let me make sure it does. Let me make sure that make sure it doesn't have anything that just ignores that. All right. Nope. It does not have anything that just ignores that.
Ah! It doesn't use hyper beam. In fact, it punches itself in the face.
Okay.
Makes a typeless physical struggle attack against itself. Automatically hits, but treated as this resisted one step.
Okay.
So it goes to hyper beam you, but punches itself in the face.
Good. Junk. Thank you, Celebi.
I know we've been hitting it, but I swear it feels like we're not doing anything.
I might have to use different typings. Or just hit it really hard.
As I think it's just beefy.
It is beefy. Okay, that is a struggle damage. All right. Let's see. They resist it one step further. All right. Okay. Seems aggravated at that. All right. That is its turn. Harold.
Gadoosh!
All right. Flamethrower will hit. That is.
I don't know if it's near that gas line, if the flamethrower would make a difference or not, but.
No, it already blew up. So.
It's still leaking.
Oh, no, it went kaboom.
Okay, it shot its wad. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. With that attack, you can tell that at this point, you have finally got him roughly around half health.
Okay, so we are making progress.
Nice.
Okay. Alma. I'll say, yeah, despite what it looks like, you are burning through these 3 sheets.
On the stairs. Future sight.
Okay.
It's a coming.
Doing nothing. Next round, Jay.
Okay, I can't do the purge because I miss.
I wanted to make a quick image to throw in, but then I realized I can't just drop an image in the Roll20's main chat. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Order slash. Eat minimum 1.
Okay. Which one are you picking?
Whichever one's more messed up.
Okay. From what you've seen, fire seems to do the most. So, or at least have the most effect. All right. You will hit it for that minimum 1. Lattice.
All right. Normal seems to only do a certain level of damage from what I recall.
Because so far, I think fire's technically been the most effective.
It's been, must say, it's been the type that you have access to that has done. I must say, it does not seem to have been blunted yet.
What did Harold use? Just Igni?
Yeah, flamethrower.
Here we go. Here we go for some tactics. Um, I will um I will unready the bow just excuse me, just kind of lowering the bow. The arrow will be knocked instead of as my hand goes for a Pokeball.
Okay.
Oh, Torkoal. Use Inferno. And that, I guess, oh. Torkoal, since I believe that can be the thing if I recall. And I have added Torkoal to the initiative.
All right. Okay. Trying to see what it can do. There it is. Oh. See, hold up. Let's see. That's page 127. Um, sorry. Trying to make her useful. Okay. Um. There we go. All right. Doesn't normally have a reason to use this, but all right. Um. She's going to use her free action to she is going to use her free action to link with Alma. Let's see. If a psychic type Pokemon hits with a psychic type move, I'll say if the psychic type Pokemon hits with a psychic type move, they may use Encore against the triggering foe immediately. Encore. I will post it right here.
Oh, thank you. Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. Missing no. What does an 8 do?
8, it still punches itself in the face.
Okay. What does it have to roll to not punch itself in the face?
On a 9 to 15, it gets a normal turn. On a 16 or higher, it's cured.
Gotcha. All right. All right, Harold.
Right. A little bit more seconds. Yeah. Yeah.
The psychic energy slams against against the aura of darkness and dissipates. Alma.
Alma, because I didn't give any orders, will you allow a struggle?
Yes, if Alma wants to, get close enough to do that.
I see. Because of all of her telekinetic ability, she has TK struggle.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, how close does she have to be for that? I can't remember if it's like range 4 or range 6.
It's range 8.
Oh, okay, well then. Then yes.
Boom! Oh, I imagine we have to low roll out of the way.
All right. The TK, the telekinetic energy slams against the dark aura.
That's okay. Can she climb on top of this thing?
Yes. Yeah, she can. I'll say, I believe that should, yeah.
Oh, okay, she'll be right up there then.
Okay.
That will be her turn.
All right. Still protecting Torkoal.
Choco. Choco, choco, choco. Circle fire sounds. Son of a fuck. But that's okay. That's okay. What I wanted done has been done. I can now move on to phase 2.
Okay. The flames, I must say, attempt to erupt out of the ground. This entity appears to warp and glitch them out of existence before they can sputter forth.
Lattice will say, Jay, after you do whatever swipe you're doing next, could you back up a little bit?
Sure.
To be clear, little means, more than 2.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to do this last round. Jay.
No.
That does not hit. Although your blade does not sputter out, it does hit a thick wall of negative energy. Lattice.
Okay. Let me. I'm looking at. Alma, use that terrific brain of yours. Mimic Inferno. And
Smart.
by the by, Not to put too much pressure on you all, but if you could do that now.
All right. Okay. Alma can go ahead and do that now then.
Okay. Does not get stabbed, but it's still powerful, dear. There it is. That- yeah.
Okay. That will connect.
Yep.
All right.
So Alma did not have the fire type move. She does have superior attack power to Torkoal at the moment, so here we go.
Okay. It is engulfed in a swarm of flames. And all right. All right. Sienna is going to give people damage reduction again. Sing no. Seems to be able to finally act.
Yep.
Going to
Dude.
Yeah.
it's going to head over here. It is going to I'll say it is going to reach out his hand, and it is going to touch Alma.
Nope, nope. Stop that.
I'll say after placing its tendril, reaching out his dark tendril and touching Alma. Alma, you are now burned and confused.
Burned again? I already transferred burn to me.
Yes, it did. The Inferno burned it.
Okay. Oh, you want to know something though? You remember how Alma reads books?
Yes.
Own tempo. The user's immune to confusion.
Awesome. All right, so confusion. So I must say. All right.
Though I can't get around that.
Okay, so
Fire.
okay, so it gave you confusion, and you are not confused, but gives you burn, and burn still happens. Apparently didn't read the safety manual. All right, Harold.
I do last time. Okay.
Yeah, you dislike it.
Well, that reminds me. I can do it next turn. Forgot that future sight engage.
I try to reconfuse it. That seemed to be working pretty well.
Yeah, see if you can.
Yeah.
Let's see. That is purely against its speed, if I remember correctly. All right. All right. So, speed of 45. So,
To be max.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Your stat evasion caps at 6. From pure stat. Evasion from a pure stat caps at 6.
Okay, so, all right. I'm gonna say pure stat evasion. Make sure nothing else. Say, yep, nope, that hits.
All right, he's confused again.
Gonna have to hand that off to somebody else this time. All right. Alma.
Okay.
You are currently suppressed, so any moves that you have downgrade unless you move.
Cool. This happens automatically.
Okay.
And ooh, look at that damage, nice. By the way, thanks to what our lovely cheerleader did, his future sight is a psychic move.
Okay. He is already confused. So
Oh, worth a try.
Doubly confused.
Shit, did I give Oma an attack order this time?
no. I think you gave you did, but you told her to do after you. Technic yeah.
Right.
So
yeah, if
yeah.
return's been used, I believe. I don't think that lets you double.
Yeah. Yeah. So she used future sight, and I'll say after you would have happened, because you can use that. I'll say you can use encore immediately after a psychic attack hits. So all right. So future sight goes off. It gets hit. Let's see. So it gets hit. Then
Or
so it gets that.
lots of damage, even if it's
That. And that. And okay. Despite how much of it actually got negated, it still did enough damage for you to see a fragment. To see one of the aspects of it fragment and shatter.
cool.
All right.
I think it's typing.
I must say the damage for that was actually it was halved then quartered.
Ordered, damn.
But still enough even after that to be able to do just enough to be able to damage one of its 3 forms and break it. All right. Still protecting. Torkoal.
Give her. Guess Torkoal will use struggle.
The fire, I'll say the fire from the struggle uses its dark aura. Despite having a part of it broken off, uses its aura to redirect the flames around it and off into the distance.
Okay.
And with that, this entity looking around, I grow tired of these tactics. I was hoping to keep you for the new world. It appears that is not able to be so.
Is it because you're going to be going away, and therefore there won't be any new world for us to be obliterated from?
It is because I must say, I have deemed you unfit for my new world.
Well, I don't think we're as unworthy as you believe we are.
Then so be it. At the end of the round, this rock that is in the tube will begin to glow with a radiant blue light as the entity starts laughing. And with that, the session will screen wipe to be concluded.
Yeah.
You guys are doing very well with this.
So yeah, I'm under the impression that I imagine we did a little bit more damage than you expected we were going to do.
No, you did about as much damage as I was expecting you all to do, which pretty much what you normally do. I'll say you guys normally do a pretty colossal chunk of damage.
Hmm.
And have adjusted as such. And trying to do the gradual thing of slowly easing up to its more powerful attacks instead of just starting off with really powerful attacks.
Which I appreciate.
Which is very difficult because a lot of its attacks are just really fucking powerful.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm about to say, because looking at him, I was like, I was like, what's his weakest attack? Struggle? Okay, yeah, struggle does about 60 points of damage. Yeah, that's pretty weak.
My plan is to give Torkoal a repeating order for Inferno, and then have Alma also use I might do my alternating future sight Inferno. I might just go straight Inferno. I haven't decided yet.
How many times can you mimic? I don't remember if it's EOT or if it's scenes or dailies or what. Okay.
Well, I can use the mimic power itself. Oh, I'm looking at Torkel. I can use the mimic power itself for a scene. That being said, please move the target as user in the encounter, so Torko is targeted for that. For the remainder of the encounter, that move, in this case Inferno, replaces Mimic on the user's move list.
That's right. I forgot. That's what Mimic does.
Yeah, because she could temporarily keep it. That's why I wanted it. And I was like, okay, what's my most powerful fire move that isn't as wonky as say Explosion? So like Inferno, that's a really good one.
Nice.
Yep, actually being tactical. I figure if we do hidden fate attacks, the evasion negation from Inferno would be just as usable.
Certainly can't hurt.
I think this is the most trainery I've been since the gym leader with the plants.
Yeah, that one with the plants was actually more than I thought it was actually going to end up being. I was like, oh hey, I was like, let's get these people, actually, strategizing.
That looked fun. Oh god.
I was like, I'm like, let's see how they handle when they're up against someone who can actually. Let's see how they do when they can up against someone who can actually, who actually has a sheet. It's like sheets are dangerous. Like, oh my god, they're actually built for strategy. All right. Well, in which case, thank you very much for attending, and I will see you all Saturday.
Yep. And
Saturday for Warzorn Mando armor quest.
Yep. Zorn the Mando quest.
I mean, well, like I said, we gotta fix what we broke. So I'll say,
Thank you for
better.
being amenable to the time shift.
Of course, I'm about to say the only reason I wouldn't have recommended it was because I didn't think that you guys would have. I'll say, but yeah, I'm like, if it benefits you guys, I was like, granted, depending on my work schedule, might have to there might be some Wednesdays where I might have to end around like 9:30 or 10.
I mean, that's fine. From what you said, we're entering the end game anyway, so
Yeah.
having slightly shorter sessions is not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna say pretty much after this. After this is pretty much pretty much heading towards the end of your personal quest. So this is the final game boss. Everything beyond this is just, heading towards the end of your own personal goals. Which I believe is like Jay's Fated Battle, and Jay's Fated Battle, and Lattice's training for the Sinnoh League.
Go League.
You can finally put those gym badges to good work.
Oh yeah.
I say, let's see, 54, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2. All right, yeah. Lattice is gonna have, if he wins them all, 6 battles.
Okay.
Well, 6 battles, optional 7th battle.
Oh, the champion.
Yep. I'll say you can win the league, and by winning the league, become the Sinnoh League champion, and then you can fight the. You can. I'm about to say you can fight the. You can fight the champion after that if you so choose. If you're burnt out, you don't have to.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Outside of that, I hope that you have yourself a good night. Enjoy yourselves, and I will talk to y'all a bit later.
Yep, we'll talk to
Okay,
that.
so, ready?
All right. All right.